And we are playing Adventure Escape Mysteries, Cursed Crown, Chapter 1 by HaikuGames. Let's begin. So here's the beginning of the story. So long ago, Dragon forged the land, and Ants cast a spell to cast a miasma poisonous to defeat the dragons. But after that, someday this miasma returned and started to kill everything around. And now our task is to defeat it. So first the story starts, and the main character is Nimue. And first she tries to define how this miasma affects all the elements and living creatures. Here's the spell book. So we can learn some spells by connecting these stars, and we have the coordinates how to connect them. So the first is 0 0, then 0 1, then next we have 1 3, so we need to join it to this star, and the fourth is the 2 and 0 coordinates, so we need to join it like that. These are the coordinates. And now we have learned the spell to remove the rustiness from the metal, so we can cast it like that. And now this lock, the rustiness is removed from here, and let's open this lock. So let's arrange all these tiles to fill the rectangle, and it should look like that. This piece is from here. This one is to put here on this place. And like that. So we have solved it, and can get this sword now. Here you can see flasks with this. The first is with the water. So let's get. We need to get the ways from this chest, and here's 4-digit code, and the hint are this number of men here. We have 1, 3, 6, and 7. 1, 3, 6, and 7. So we have opened the chest, and here's a honey and also a pitcher to collect water. We have collected the water. Now we can pour it into the first flask. Then here's steel for the second flask, and living flies for the third flask. So let's take the sparkle, put the honey on the window, and with this net we can catch flies and put them here. And now let's put this jar with miasma to look how it reacts with different elements. So we can see it makes the water poisonous, then it destroys the steel and kills everything it lives, but it doesn't affect trees. So with this good news, we need to go to the queen and tell her news. Now the merchant is running here, and he tells that in the near town, the nearest town looks like it's abandoned. It's a kingdom of copies, and this Numia decides to travel there and learn more about how to defeat this miasma. So first we need to find the amulet to be able to go further. Here's a ring to take. In this heron's mouth we can take the part of amulet, and to take it Let's solve for this puzzle first. So it's also these circles are rusty, and we need to cast a spell to remove the rust from these circles. And now let's move these balls to the color of these plates. So we have it's like moving blue there. Here we had to move orange, not like that. First let's set this green back here, purple, orange, green, another orange. Now we can move this purple here, one more purple here to move. Then here's the place for the blue, and we have moved the last orange to its position. Next we have all the three purple on their positions. We have both green on their circle, and the last is to move the blue back to the blue plate. So we have solved that puzzle, and now we can get the first part of the amulet. Let's take it. Also here we can take a crystal, and now let's go to the next room. So here we can take the crown, here we can take the round gem, and in the mouth of the shark we can see one more part of the amulet. We need to take it. Now in the book you can see the shape, and the shape is needed to be drawn here to open this this lock and get the egg. So we need to move it like it was shown in the book. Okay, so that's done. We can take an egg now. Here's the sparkle, and we have different items, and we need to place them on the stands according to the hints. So here you can see the crab, and the crab is with the crown. So we need to put the crown for the crab. Then we have here a dragon, and the dragon here we can see with an egg on this picture. Then we can see a seahorse, and a seahorse here on the picture with these crystals. And the last heron, and the heron we can see here with the ring on its leg. So let's put the ring on the heron. We have found the second part of the amulet. Now both parts we need to get back to the queen, and so it finishes the first chapter, and then the story and the travel begins. So if this video helped you, please leave likes, subscribe, and go into play next chapter. And we are playing Adventure Escape Mysteries Cursed Crown, Chapter 2 by HaikuGames. Let's begin. So the journey continues, and first we need to go out of the town. So here's the guard. Let's talk to him. We need to talk about this plant on his shelter, and he tells that they grow so good because of the fertilizer, and here is the recipe how to make the fertilizer. So it's the snake belly scales and the ooze to put both into the cauldron. But to get access to the cauldron, first we need to help this guard and fix this shell. So it is rusty. We have a spell to remove the rustiness, and then we need to join the beam start and end point. by rotating this hexagons. Okay, so one more thing, and we have joined both. So now he can give us the cauldron to cook the fertilizer. And here's the choice of what to tell him, the true or the lie about that his shelter can't protect him from miasma. So okay, this game I will choose always to tell the truth, and this finally it won't affect the game, but just the end of the game, how the story will continue. So here we can take a piece of the log, a sparkle. Here's a hook to take. Also we need to take this ore and going further. Here our task is to finally to lower the bridge to go further. Sparkle to take, collecting parts of the log, and we need to fix this bridge. We need to climb down, but there are cave crawlers. They are very hungry and we need to get rid of them, and we can see here that these crawlers like the fish of this type. So we have different components to make the fishing rod and catch the fish like that. And here you can see this bites. Bites are for the different fish features, and we need to look at this fish. So this fish is with the scales, with thin, dark eyes, and without teeth. So we need to set a dark eye, no teeth, so we don't need to use this. Here you can see the same fish, but the color is red or green, and you can see it is a red fish. So let's select this bite. It's with scales and with fin. So we have catched this fish, and now we can throw it far away to distract these crawlers. And go down to the cave. So here's the huge snake, and we need to get its scales, but first we need to arrange them in the proper sequence. So for the lowest we have that sequence like pink, pink, red, pink, pink, red. So pink goes here and red goes here, and so it's before to pink we have also red. Then let's look at this sequence. We have teal, red, yellow, teal, red, yellow, and here you can see that there is sequence of 3 yellow, and like that we can get that the next is also teal and red here. For this row we have blue, pink, and we can see that blue, pink, and is followed by the red and then teal. So red go here, red, teal, red, teal. Then before pink we have also blue, and we have here's the sequence. So we have blue, pink, red, teal, red, teal, and the last sequence. Let's look at this repeating tiles like yellow, blue, teal, teal, yellow, blue, teal, and teal, and the same sequence is to be placed here. So you have yellow, blue, teal, and teal. Okay, we've got it. Then let's remove the rustiness from this place, and we can get one more piece of the log. So all of them go here, and to get the hint, also we can see the sparkle is here. to get the hint we can get from this bridge sign, also to remove the rustiness from here. And 3781 is the code. 3781. So we've got the jar, and this jar is used to collect this ooze, magic ooze. So we have both ingredients. Now we can go back here, put both in the cauldron, and make the fertilizer. And then with this fertilizer we can go down and fertilize these mushrooms, for they are to move the bridge. And our task here is to make the middle mushroom grow and hit the bridge to move it, and we need to hit it into this place. But this mushroom is growing in the corner, in the angle, and it can be reflected from another mushrooms, so we need to drive it directly to this place. And here's the solution how to do it. Okay, so now it hits the bridge and lower it, and we can go now out of the town. So if this video helped you, don't forget to leave likes, subscribe, and go into play the third chapter. And we are playing Adventure Escape Mysteries Cursed Crown, Chapter 3 by HaikuGames. Let's start. So we came to the abandoned village, and let's walk around here. So going further into the gate, and we can see the ant. His name is Elderbone, and he can help us, but first we need to help him and release his branches. So we need somehow to climb up this tree. Okay, so let's take this bucket and going backward to the yard. Here's the sparkle, and behind the door we can take the shovel to remove these rocks here and there. And here it is log, and we can see 3 rows of digits. So the hint for this code is this sign. So you can see S1204, so it is for the first year, for the first row, 1, 2, 0, and 4. Then on the second row we have a butterfly, and here we can see the bottles of wine. So with the butterfly is 1, 2, 5, 4. 1, 2, 5, and 4. And the third row is for this deer. So deer we have 1, 3, 8, 0. 1, 3, 8, and 0. So we have opened this log, and here's the book of magic to learn another spell. We can see different colored stars and suns, and the hint is shown here on the gate. So moving from bottom to top we can see different signs, and this signs we need to select here in this rows. So we have first is flower, sun, sun, star, and star. So for the first row we have, it's kind of a flower, then we need to join it to the sun, sun again, then we have star, and then also a star. And now we have learned another spell, spell of growth, and we can cast it, for example, on this mushroom to make it grow a bit. And doesn't happen anything, so let's cast it on this flower also to grow it. And we can see that from the roof the length is fallen. Go in there again, Now let's cast a spell on the different plants. We can cast it on these blue plants, on these mushrooms, and let's cast it on these mushrooms on the tree to make them grow, so we can climb up to the tree. Climbing up, and here we are to solve the puzzle. So our task is to clear this field out of these branches, and it can be done like that. So we need to select this triangle to rotate, and by rotating it we can join another chains and then remove them from this field, like that. Then here we are to rotate it down, joining another branches, also moving out, and now it's on the left to join this two left branches. Okay, the field is clear, and this way the elbow bone can help us further. So he tells us to search for the magic crest here in the village, and it will reveal us some more secrets. With this crowbar we can remove this lock and go inside the building, and there we can see that people left everything in hurry. And let's collect objects. What else do we have? Here's the door, so we can go out right to the yard. Then with this magic spell we can remove the rustiness from the hinge and get one more lens here. So all these lens go here to fix this glasses. One more lens to find, and we can find it in the well. So we have a bucket, we can cut the rope, attach it to the well, bucket, and the crank. So we've got the sparkle and one more lens. Then all these lenses go here, and now let's assemble this puzzle. So we can see if, for example, circle here on this side and this, so the edges are alighting. And let's make this puzzle. So I think that there are various solutions possible, so I will show you the mine. I like that, and now it's only left to twist this, and like that. So we've got these glasses, and with these glasses we can see the secret text here. Now let's look through that. So these different symbols consist of lines, and the first is consists of 3 lines: 1, 2, and 3. Then the second shape is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the last symbol 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we have opened this chest. So here's the sparkle, but some way we can take it. But and also here's a crest to take. It doesn't trigger, but okay, now we can take it. And the sparkle, but sparkle we still can't take. So going out to give this crest to the end. And now he can tell us that we need to go to the druids and cast another spell. So if this video helped you, leave likes, subscribe, and go into play next chapter. And we are playing Adventure Escape Mysteries, The Cursed Crown, Chapter 4 by HaikuGames. Let's begin. And this time we came to Druids. And as always, let's find different items, hints, and solve puzzles. So here we have found the green flower. Here's the blue flower. Here we can take match, coal. Then with the magic we can resize, enlarge this red flower for it to take it. And then we need to open this passage further, and to solve it we need to first get the sign from this stone. We can get it if we put the paper here and use the charcoal. So it's the sun, and if we click on them we can see that these stones have colors of the images: red rose, that green leaf, and so on. And let's look here. So we have two directions, up and right. So up is for the sun. Sun is usually yellow, and the rose is red. So yellow and red can give us an orange color, so we need to select it. Then these two directions, we have three. So here you can see waves are blue, and here you can see clouds are white. So blue and white is light blue. Then these two directions, left and up, we have left is waves blue, and up is yellow sun. So blue and yellow can give us a green color. And then for these two colors we have it's a green shamrock and green frog, so it's just a green color. Oops, it's a white color. Then it hint was for the white mushroom and white cloud, like that. So going inside, and nobody there. And here in these hidden places we can find the teapot, and nothing here. Then let's put all the three flowers to these pots, but we can see that these flowers are weak, so we need to revive them with a cast of magic. And now they are okay, but we need to make these pipes to work. And go into this room. It's place of magic. Here are trees with the carved names of great magicians. And here's a question: to carve my name or not to carve? I choose not to carve. And going further. Then here's a sparkle to take, and let's cast a spell to remove the rustiness from these pipes. So now we can solve this puzzle to make this pipe function. So we can see that this block is fixed, and we need to set the other blocks for they are to match their sides. Okay, we can rotate these blocks, so let's select them. This one go here, then this one go here, and one of these yellows goes on this position. Then we have to place blue. Here we are to place another green. Then we can place red to this position, another red here, and the last yellow go here. So we've solved the puzzle, and now these pipes can function. But it seems nothing is happening, so we need to do additional things. That something is stuck here underground, so we can this fireplace can't function. Okay. Next, here's the box, and let's solve this puzzle to open it. So we need to make the image on these hexagons like it is shown here, and we have different gems, and only 7 tries to make this image. So let's begin. First, let's select the yellow gem and move it like that to remove the unnecessary tiles. So that's done. Next, let's select another gem. Next, let's make blue here like that to remove these gems. Then with the red we can remove these two and make the red border around the red cell. Then removing these, both green. It's done like that. Next, let's make the yellow hexagon, then add 3 missing red, and with the blue we can convert red to purple. So that's done, and here we can take tea leaves. Next, go in here again. It's glowing with magic. I can't get water yet, but we have the pipes functioning, so we've got 3 colored liquids. Let's collect them, and if we pour them into this bowl, we can see that this images changed, and you can see the green for this shape. Then you can see blue, these 3 shapes, and red, another 3 shapes. So in total we have 7 colored shapes, and we need to set also the same shapes here. So for this cell we can set blue square with line, so we need to select the correct combinations here, and it should look like that. Blue here and there. Here we have a yellow, a green circle here, and the remaining here is to set red triangle here, and a red circle on this place. So we've got the exploding powder, a sparkle, and if we pour this exploding powder here in the firework, light it, and then we can put it into this hole in the ground to explode it and clear it. So now this fireplace works, and we can get the hot water from this bowl, and then cook the tea. So we have hot water, we have tea leaves, and then the final puzzle to solve is to arrange these cups with different symbols and creatures according to the sequence order of the word creation, and this order is shown here on this wall. So we can see that from left to right, and the first goes moon, then sun, then according to the sequence we have the dragon, waves, then trees, then this miasma, then we have stars, flowers, people, rain, and lightning. So lightning here. So this the correct sequence, and let's arrange them here. So first goes moon, second goes sun, third goes dragon, then goes waves, then trees, next this miasma, fire, stars, flowers, people, rain, and lightning. So somehow they are changed. And here's a flashback from the memories. Now watch the end of this chapter. Read dialogues, and if this video helped you, don't forget to leave likes, subscribe, and go in to the next location is the place of fire, where we need to deal with the dragons. So okay, go in further. And we are playing Adventure Escape Mysteries Cursed Crown, Chapter 5 by HaikuGames. Let's begin. So we came to the foot of the mountain, and at the top there's an elemental lock, and we need to open it first to go further. So first of all, let's remove the rustiness from this log. And here's the closed briefcase, and this tree is a hint to find the code to open this briefcase. So let's climb up. Here's its elemental log, and okay, we can collect items on different stuffs. Here's the sign, another sign, chain mail, a mold form, and the hint for this briefcase are these coins. We can see the same tree here. If we arrange them, if we count them and arrange according to their value, we can get that we have 3 golden coins, 1, 2, 3, and 4 silver coins, and 7 copper coins. So in result, we have a code of 3, 4, 7, and let's enter it here. 3, 4, and 7. There inside, here's the sparkle, glows, and the book to learn the next spell. The next spell is the ability to speak to animals, and you can see also these coordinates here. So the hint are these signs. We can also have a hint that this shape is the first coordinate, it's 1, 1, and we can see that it corresponds to 1 line. So we can suppose that this shape, triangle means 3, square means 4, this half of a circle means 2, 5, 3, 4, and this is also 4. So look into these symbols and these coordinates, we can see that this one is 3, and this one is 4. And going further, in result we have this shape like that. So we have learned the ability to speak to animals, and first let's talk to these butterflies. So there's a dialogue, a long dialogue, and at the end of this dialogue we need to help these butterflies to make the mural of butterflies on this wall. But first we need to find something to carve the butterflies here. So going up there, these rocks are light, so they seems to be hollow inside, and if we crack them we can get the sparkle, and we can get the quartz crystal. Then we can also place the mold here, melt the mail, and with the gloves we can take it and cool down in the stream. So we can also see that this rock is broken, so we can take it, we can take the water whip as the weapon, and there we can break it with this hammer and get the chisel. So this chisel is used to carve these butterflies here and solve the puzzle. And to solve this puzzle we have to move these colored butterflies to their colored positions. So it can be done like that. So that's done. All the butterflies are on their positions, and in result they can give us the first gem, the blue gem. Then nothing to do here, so going up there, this gem go to this place, and these 4 stones we need to arrange here on these empty slots, and the hint how to arrange them are these curved bars. So from the lowest to the highest we have, it is like on off, on off. Here also we have on and off, on and off, and here you can also find 2 curved lines, so let's fill them. This plate is rusty, so let's use the spell of rustiness here. Now the light is reflected, and we can get this opened. It should be opened like that, and we've got the handle of the sword and the mace, the wind mace. Now we have we can make the sword, and we have all the 5 elementals to unlock this lock, make the first solution. So we can see this wind, and the wind is related to the ice icon. Oh, here's the sparkle. So we need to place the ice hammer here. Then this circle for this position. For the circle we have a sign in the stream, so it relates to the water, and from the water we have the water whip. Then next goes sun. Sun is for the tree, not the tree, but the sun is for the wind. And okay, we have the lightning stuff. Here you can see the helmet with lightnings and the sign of the moon, so it's for this position, and the fire is for the star. So this mace is only to be placed here in the center. So we've got 1 more gem, and also the chain that we need to solve this puzzle. So we need we have the starting point, and we have to move through all of these chains in certain sequence of colors, and the sequence of colors are these colors. So we can see orange, yellow, white, blue, and turquoise. So let's start to move it, and we have it's orange, yellow, white, blue, turquoise, orange, yellow, white, blue, and turquoise, orange, yellow, white, blue, turquoise. Here orange, yellow, white, blue, turquoise. And the last. So we have joined all these chain cells, and now we can roll this huge stone down, go down there and get the red gem. Then we have found all the 3 stones to amplify the power. We need to put all of them here, then amplify the power and use it to make this width grow, and break the door to go further to the dragon's lair. So here's also dialogues at the end of the chapter, and if this video helped you, don't forget to leave likes, subscribe, and go in to meet the dragon in the next chapter. And we are playing Adventure Escape Mysteries, The Cursed Crown, Chapter 6 by HaikuGames. Let's begin. And finally we have came to the dragon's lair, and now we need to meet the dragon and talk. So here's the trap with the fire, and to disarm it we need to look. So here you can see different objects, and also we can find different skulls on the floor, and so we need to count how many skulls eat this object. So we have flowers, so the flowers are for the bees, and we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 bees. And then we have grass, and the grass is for this for the rams. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, here's the ring, beautiful ring, and here's the question: take it or not to take. So I decide not to take it. Are you sure? Yes. And let's leave it here. So we need to count rams: 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we will use it later. Then fish. The fish is for the cats, and we have only 1 cat here. 1. Then rats. Rats are for the snakes. We have snakes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 snakes to eat mice. Then for these lamps we have 2 large skulls of the bears. They are 2. And for these seeds, so we need to cast a spell of growth on this plant to grow it, and look at this heap of skulls. Here is the sparkle. So we have 2 bird skeletons. So for the seeds we have 2 birds, and the trap is disarmed, so we can go further. But before going further, let's take this bone and take this wine. Going down there, here we are to talk to the dragon using the animal speak spell, and in result we have to bring the heart necklace to the dragon to for it to help us. So with this bone we can sharpen it and use later. Also we need to talk to this small dragon. So he is doing his homework, and his homework is the fire breathing task, and we need to first bring him a fire to make his homework. What do we need? We need to use this bone bar to cut this frame, then use vines, and we need to find the flint, and flint was somewhere. Or here you can find ears. So flint is hey, what's the flint? It's here behind this heap of bones. So with this flint we can light the torch, and this torch is to make the fire breathing homework. So here task is to arrange all these shapes to burn all the houses, and not to burn the mountains, and to get out of the borders. Okay, so here's the solution. this go here, this shape go here. We can rotate these shapes. This one to place on this position, this one like that, then this shape here, and the last. So that's done. We have burnt all the houses and the homework, and so we've got, in result, we've got the clasp. Then also here it tells us a hint about these plates. So these plates are the names of the dragons, and also these plates are the hint to open this necklace of Dragon's 5 children. So we have gems, round, horizontal and vertical, and they are of different colors. So for the first name we have 3 rounds, and round gems are red, so the first gem should be a red color. For the second we have horizontal, round, and horizontal, so it means yellow, red, and yellow, and if we mix these colors we can get it is orange. For the second line we have horizontal, vertical, and horizontal, so it's yellow, blue, yellow. This color, if we mix it, we can get it is green. Then next we have round, vertical, round, it's red, blue, red, and this mixture can give us the purple color, and the last color is missing, so we can select it, like the missing color, it is turquoise. We need to use this clasp to finish the chain and get it, and then let's solve this puzzle. So we can see different faces. One of them is missing ears. We can put them, and now we need to set the correct colors of the eyes, ears, and the mouth. So the hint we can find here in these reflections, like that. So we can see these faces, we can get their colors, shape of mouth, and different ears, and in result the solution looks like that. So here we have dark blue, ears, and closed mouth. Then for this face we have turquoise eyes, this type of ears, and also no mouth. Orange eyes, this type of ears, and the closed mouth with mustaches. Here's closed mouth with mustaches, blue eyes, and normal ears. So the box is opened, and what else do we have? We need to find the heart. Next, with this chain we can get this sack, and inside there are star gems. So the star gems go here to solve this puzzle, and our task is to set the levels in these jars according to the stars, and these arrows on the stars shows in what direction the water will flow if we throw this star there. So first let's throw the blue here, then next we need to throw to green, so the level raised, and then red to okay, not in that sequence. So first is blue, then this one, then we need to place 2 to the left. Okay, the levels a bit changed. Then 1 here, so we've got 7. Here we have also 3, and then 2 to the left to set the 9. Here we can found the heart. Now we can finally place it here, attach the necklace, and here we have finally the heart necklace to give it to the dragon, so now he can help us. So that's the end of the chapter, and if this video helped you, leave likes, subscribe, and go into play further. And we are playing Adventure Escape Mysteries, The Cursed Crown, Chapter 7 by HaikuGames. Let's begin. So travel continues, and we came to a forest house, and met again Elburn. So let's collect items. Here's the snake under the bush, and we can use the spell to speak to animals, to talk. So now we ask her to give a drop of venom, but now we need to find her green snake friend, and let's go inside the house. Okay, so here's a huge tree in the center, and we can see that these boots are made of green snake, and let's show them to the snake. So it's a bit dangerous, and we got bitten by the snake. So now we need to be quick and remove this poison from the blood. So here's a venom processor, and it is rusty, so let's use the rustiness spell to make it function, and then solve this puzzle to get some venom. So what task here is to lead these lasers from the source to the gems of these colors and move it through all of these dots of the same color. So let's first use green, and for the green we have to go down like that, touch the green dot, and go backward to the green gem. Like that. So green is done. Then let's deal with pink. And we can't touch the gem of another color, so only, and do not cross the beam of another color. So that's done for the pink. Next, let's do the same thing for the blue. And the last is red. Oops, no, I can erase it only the red color and start it from the beginning, not to start over all of this puzzle. And so finally the puzzle is done, and we've got the venom. So this drop of venom is just one of ingredients that we can find here to make the curse antidote. So the ingredients are ice, purple sweet root, venom, and crushed opal, and then to pop only green bubbles. So the first ingredient is done. Then here let's take this plate, go outside, tie this plate to the stick, and it is used as a shovel to dig the ground. Then going down, so here we can take the bottle, here we can take the stone debris, remove these jars, get the sparkle, and cast grow spell on this plant to get the food for the fish. Here's the book, and this okay, first let's feed this fish. So they made the shapes of digits 3, 8, 2, and 7. 3, 8, 2, 7. So we have opened it, and we've got two fertilizers, blue and red. And using these two fertilizers, we can feed these roots, and it changes the color of these plants. So let's feed all of them one root with red and the second root with blue to get this plants purple up there. So we can see all of them purple, and only this one is the blue sweet, the purple sweet. So we've got the second ingredient. Then we can collect the water from the pond, and here we can learn the freeze water spell. So we can see hint, it's starfield, and directions north, west, south, and east. So west is on the left and east is on the right. And the hint how to join the stars we can find here on the salient. So we have north, this is east, not west, so west is here, and south. And this joined stars, that highlighted stars, we need to join them here, there in the book. And let's join them like that: 1, 2, 3, and then south, west, one more west, and north in the center, like that. So we have learned the freeze water spell, and with the spell let's freeze this water in the bottle, and we've got an ice. So we can put this root, we can put the ice here, and now we need to find the opal, and the opal can be found in this box. So we can see colored gems, and we need to set the correct number of petals here. So if we look around, we can see these plants here, and if we grow them, so we can see that this color flowers of different colors and different number of petals. So for the orange we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We need to set for the orange 8 petals. For the red we have 1, 2, 3, 4. For the purple is here 9. Then next pink. Pink we have, here it is, and 7 petals. And then blue is here inside the house, and it's on, there are only 2 petals. Then for the white we can see here on this chord, so there are 3 petals of white, and the yellow we have here, it is 5 petals, like that. And we've got the opal that we can crush there in the pestle, and we have all the ingredients. So now let's boil it and pop all these green bubbles. So we need to be agile, and we can only have 3 misses. One miss. Okay, we have done it with only 1 miss, so the antidote is done. Now with this antidote we can give it to this huge tree in the center, and get 1 more person in game, and listen to next story. So this man is kind of a tree heart, and also here's the spy, and now he can help us to go further to get the secret passage to the king's castle. So if this video helped you, please leave likes, subscribe, and go into play further to the next chapter. And we are playing Adventure Escape Mysteries Cursed Crown Chapter 8 by HaikuGames. Let's begin. So here we came to a castle, and to go in or out we need to open the gate. So the gate activated by the chain system. Here's the sparkle to take, and we can use these animals to open the gate. So first of all, let's talk to these animals, and these oxen say that they can help us if we give them a company of another animals. So let's talk to the pigs. Okay, they also can help us, but first of all we need to filter their food, and we need to only leave their favorite food and remove unfavorite food. So to get what food is favored and not, we need to look at the spots on their bodies, and we have its 3 petal flower, moon, and heart, so they love. So others we need to remove. We need to put them here in this trash bucket. The squares, 3 petals to leave, round cookies to remove, square, these flowers also, and the last thing to remove, like that. So they are also on our side. And 1 more animal to talk with is this phoenix. So he can also help us if we can open the cage. Okay, then let's cast a spell to freeze the water here, and get the icicle. And with this icicle we can open the cage to free the phoenix. So we've got the phoenix feather, and it is always burning. That we will use a bit later. Next, let's look at the statues with their swords pointing up, left, up, up, right, up. So this hint is to be used here. Up, left, up, right, and up. So we have opened the box where we can get arrows. Here's a bow to add the string, and with the arrow we can shoot this window to be able to go there in. Also, this mailbox we can't open yet, but let's take this sparkle and cast a spell of rustiness to open this box. Here you can get the screwdriver and cast a spell of growth on this plant to use the vines to climb into this room. Here you can take the mail token, and with this mail token we can go out and get the mail. So here's a letter about the king of White River. Knew about the Silver's spine, and now we have a question to tell Silver about it or not to tell. So I decide not to tell, and going further, here's a tile in the mailbox, and now let's look once again at this letter. So we can see two herons, and these shapes remind us of digit 7. It's 7, 0, 7, and here you can see 9, 9, 2, and 2. So this code is to open this drawer. 7, 0, 7, 9, 9, 2, and 2. And here you can get the second tile. We will use it later. Then let's open this chest. So here's a fire seal. Let's unlock it, and also we need to set the correct shapes here. So the hint is this field on the square, and we can see parts of the shape, so it's part of the circle. There's also circle, here's triangle pointing down, and here are just the 3 lines. Circle on this side is also circle, 3 lines, and here's a triangle pointing down. Inside there's a key and also a sparkle, and this key is to open the box here on the square, where we can find the animal harness. And next we need to find the chain to join all these animals together. So we have 2 tiles, they go here, and now let's solve the puzzle. So we need just to move these tiles to make the picture of the leaf. Let's start it from the bottom. So this shape is here it is. No, not it is here, but it is here we can find it. So we have the bottom row is completed, and then we have to place this stick on its position, and we can leave it in the corner for a while. Next, this part. Okay, let's make the borders first. So we can see this part of the leaf, and let's move it there. And this one is already on its position. Like that. Then this So we have almost all the borders on their positions. Like that. This piece is all these pieces from this place, and this then it's this one. So all the center pieces are also in their places, and now let's just okay, this one is not here, but we can do it. Okay, finally all the center pieces on their places, all the borders we are moving there, and finally the leaf is done. So the secret door is opened, and here are parts of the crank. So we need to assemble it and use it to lift the bucket up. And then with the freeze spell, we need to freeze the water, break the bucket, and get the chain to join all these animals together. And then one more puzzle to solve. So we need to arrange them so they to pull the gate. And we have numbers in the rows and columns, and we need to place these animals that way that there are arrows. So for this column we have 8 is missing, and the 8 should be this weight, so this place is for 2 pigs, and we can get on the 8 if we join 6 and 2. Then for this row 2 is missing, so it's only 1 pig here. Then for this 14 is missing, and 14 can be 4 and 10 or 5 and 9, and let's use the 5 and 9. Okay, so here's the solution how we should join them to solve this puzzle. There are possibly another solutions, but this one is mine. So now the gate lowers, and you can go inside the castle. So if this video helped you, please leave likes, subscribe, and go in further to play next chapter. And we are playing Adventure Escape Mysteries Cursed Crown Chapter 9 by HaikuGames. Let's begin. So finally we came to the castle, and now we need to reach the king's chamber, and there are magic barriers on our way, and we need to find a way to disarm these barriers. So we've got the pestle. Here's the bowel to use it, and we need something to grind. Here we can take matches. Here we can take ruined pages, and if we put these pages in the unlit torch and light it, we can get the ash. So this barrier, to remove it, we need to find red and black pigments to draw the lines on it, and the ash is the source for the black pigment. And the red pigment we can find here on this bush, so we need to make it grow, and these red berries are the source of the red pigment. Then we need something to collect this ash, and let's look at the book. So this book can help us learn X-ray vision, and we can see there are trees on the bottom, and these trees are the clue, and also this picture is the hint. So we can see the position of this tree. This is the bottom and this is the top of the tree. Also the bottom and top here. So we need to treat this picture as it is rotated to the left. So this how the river flows. So we can see it can be divided in 4x4 grid, and how the river flows is the pattern that we need to draw here. So the river flows like that. And we have learned X-ray vision. Then with this X-ray vision, let's look at the silver. So we can see he has something in his bag that we can use to collect the ash. Then we have both pigments, and let's solve this puzzle. So our task here is to draw black and red lines to divide all the fields and all these squares into so they were divided from each other by the black and the red lines. And let's do the first thing with the red pigment. And like that, we can see that all of them are divided with red lines, and do the same thing with the black lines. So here's the solution, and the first barrier is removed, so we can go further. And before going further, there was a sparkle. Okay, we have missed it. So next barrier we have, and our task is to reflect this beam through these chandeliers to remove the barrier. So let's take this mirror, place it here, and then do additional things. So first we can take this spear, and here's a crack in the ceiling, so we can crack it, and with this water flow now we need to freeze it to break the wall. And here's a scepter. It can be used as a lever for these guidelines. Then we need to find the hint in what sequence to move this scepter, and the hint are these positions of the moon. So we can see it's to move like that, and the missing positions are this the sequence how to in what positions to move this lever. So first is here, then second position there, then third position, fourth position, fifth, and the sixth position is top and left. Okay, now we can with these levers we can move these chandeliers, and the hint how to move them is out there from these leaves. So let's we can make them grow, or we can not to make them grow, but to enlarge them. We can see that this leaf is with the 3 petals, so we need to move it 1, 2, or 3 steps down. This leaves only 1 petal, so it's just 1 step down, and this with 4 petals, so 4 steps down. Now we have deactivated the second barrier, almost, and here's the puzzle to solve. So we can see these triangles, they are fixed in one corner, and then we need to make the hexagon complete by moving these triangles to the proper positions. And they're red, and then now this one is here on this position, yellow not, white is here, and here's the yellow to fill this space, red is also there, pink, okay, and the last. So we have solved the first watercolor puzzle, and another to solve is also here. So it's also done, and we can go further to remove the third barrier. And the third barrier is to solve riddles. So we can see a riddle, and this riddle relates to cells. When I stand, I'm silent. When I fall down, I'm allowed. What am I? So this riddle is fits to two objects from here. Then this one is my children must be buried before they get older. What am I? So this puzzle relates about older, is about the tree and an apple. So the tree is also, while it is standing, it's silent, and when it fallen, it is very loud. And also this relates to the waves. So next puzzle riddle is: I have a thin skin that wrinkles with age. So it's for the apple and its cork, and also it relates to the human. Not this position, but here. The next riddle is: if my heart falls silent, it will be my end. So it also relates to a human, and also it relates to the music. And the last riddle to solve is: I can be beautiful, but I can never be seen. So it relates to the music, and also it relates to the sadness. So here's the correct answer, and we have solved all the puzzles, and now can go to the king's chamber. And if this video helped you, please leave likes, subscribe, and go into play the next chapter. And we are playing Adventure Escape Mysteries, the Cursed Crown, chapter 10, and this is the last chapter, where we need to wake up the king and choose the fate of two kingdoms. So we have found the crowbar that is used to open the door and go to the king's bedroom. Next, here we can take the cheese. Also here we can take lemon seeds, and these lemon seeds we can put here in this vase and cast a spell of growth. So we've got the lemon. Then here, no sparkle, so going backward, we have a cheese, and this cheese is for the mouse in the hole, and the mouse gave us a tree token. Then we can cast a spell of growth on these roots to get the orange. What else? So with the go in there. Here in this chest we can find papers, and one of these papers is the Silvius license. But this license has a hint, and if you look at the ornament, we can see the tree is separated by the 4 circles with small circles inside. So these 4 circles give us directions: up, down, left, up, right, and left. So these directions we need to set here like that. No, here's or left, like that. And we have got the star token. Now both tokens we can put here to unlock this diary, 1 and 2. But the diary is written with the invisible inks, so we need to find a way to relieve them. And we have orange, we can cut it. We have a lemon, so we can cut it to get the acid from inside. So one part revived, second part, and one more fruit to find. We need to solve this puzzle. So we have rings, and here we have a ring with a bottle on the ribbon. So we need to count the bottles. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we don't need to count them, sorry, but we need to look at the cow at the bottle. So we need to move this ring to look at the cow. Then this ring is with the candle. Let's count candles. Not to count, but just look. Here we can see candle and the image of the key. So let's select key from this lens. Then this with swords, and for the sword we have moon symbol. So sword we need to move to the moon. Here is the moon, and the last is red tapestry. So on the red tapestry we can see the tree, and here is the tree. So this puzzle is solved, and this the door is opened, and with the crowbar we can open this box now and get one more lime. So if we cut it, we can revive the third part of the text in the book. So this page we need to cast this page here on this lock to open it. So we have a man, and first we need to guide him to get the key, and then guide him to the chest to open it, and it can be done that way. Okay, so we've got the key. Then going down and there, like that. Here we can go. One more step up. Then step down, rotate it here, again to the right, and go into the corner. So 2 more rotates, and we can now reach the chest. So we have opened this wardrobe, and here we can get the key from the pocket, and this key is from the lock on the king's chest. Okay, let's open it, and here we can get the surprise that the mother has appeared, and she tells that this was her plan, and now I am to be sacrificed to defeat the miasma. So the dragon, one of the 5 dragon's children, has appeared trying to eat me, and now let's find a way to deal with him. So I am paralyzed, but I can cast spells, and first let's talk to the dragon. Okay, he still wants to eat me, but this curtain has burned, and we can see the rustiness there, so let's cast the spell of rustiness to open the window. There's rain. We can cast a freeze spell on it. So now there is a frosty sky with the stars. Next spell to cast on this wine to grow it, and it will bring us the book with the sleep spell. So we need to find the hint what stars to join, and the hint here you can see the shape of the star, and the connection we can find if we look through the X-ray to the picture. So we can see this shape, and we can join it like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, the spell is learned, and with the spell we can cast it on the dragon, but it does more than expected, and everybody is asleep now. And now let's find a way to wake them all up. So we can see there's a map, constellation map on the floor, and we need to drag these constellations and enlarge them to match all these stars. And so let's begin. So we have red pentagon here. It should be placed like that. Then the green constellations to be placed here to light these stars. Then this constellation in the shape of a kite. We can light this star, and the last one is to be placed here. And we have 2 puzzles like that here. So the second one, okay, let's solve it too. the first, then red to light these 4 stars, then this hexagon is used to light these 6 stars. This single line is to be placed in the center. Next we have this green here, then this 3 beams to place here, and the last turquoise triangle is to light these 3 stars. So that puzzle is done, and everybody is okay now. So finally we need to make the final choice between 2 kingdoms. So we need to decide which kingdom to leave alive, so to transform back from the trees to the humans, the kingdom of copies, or to leave them at the tree and to protect the White River kingdom. So I choose to save the copies kingdom, and you can choose make another choice, but that just affect who will survive and the end of the story. So there will be just another pictures in this storybook. Okay, so and here's how my choice affected the future. So since I told the card the truth about the miasma, many of the people moved to their copies and stayed alive. So I didn't carve the trees, so druids woke up and tried to help, and then I didn't take the ring from the dragon's lair, and then and like that. So this how my choices affect the future. So if this video helped you, please leave likes, subscribe, and bye.